Hello everyone, this is Tabasum. Now I am going to present about a bot which allows user to get the current weather of the location and also retrieves the weather search history. For that I am using the NoSQL database, which is the Google's firestore database. And first to implement this, first we have to set up the firestore database, and for that we have to go to the Google's Firebase project, and we have to create one project. After it will ask the project name. After giving the project name, a project will be created, and it asks to create the firestore database. By clicking on the create database, it will create the firestore database. It will take some time to create the database. After that we can give any number of collections names, and in that collections names we can also give the document. Each document is specified to individual user. And after setting up the firestore database, we have to link up our firestore database to our Node.js code. For that we have to go to the settings, and in settings go to the service account and ask to generate a private key. This key will download a API keys which access our Firebase service account, and it will generate a file. We have to save it with JSON extension and make sure that our JavaScript file and the JSON file will be in the same directory. From this we have link our Node.js code and Firebase. Coming to the process, first we have to import all the necessary modules, including Firebase admin, request and node telegram bot API. This module will use it to interact with the Firebase firestore and make the API request and interact with the telegram bot API. This key.json file will contain some keys which contains credentials needed to authenticate the script with the Firebase project. The script will use this authentication to access the firestore. After that, we have created a telegram bot which uses the token to create the telegram bot, and it uses the polling as true to continuously check for the new messages from the user. Here the code starts with the on text message. Here the bot uses the on text message to listen for messages that match the history command. Whenever the user sends the command history, the bot will fetches their information search history from the firestore database and send it back to the user as a message. When a user sends the history command, the bot will access the firestore database to retrieve the weather search history. If it queries the location collection, as I have given the collection name as location. This is my firestore database, and in this I have given the collection name as locations. So it queries the location collection and filters the document based on the user's ID that matches the user's telegram ID. If the search history is found, the bot prepares a message containing the user's weather search history and send it back to the user on telegram. Here bot uses the on method to listen for all the incoming messages. If user sends a message other than the history, the bot treats it as a weather request for specific location. Bot uses the request module to make a HTTP request to the weather API. Response from the weather API is passed into the JSON format using the JSON.parse, which contains the location name, country, temperature and condition, and sends this information to the user. After sending the weather information to the user, bot stores the search history in the firestore database. It adds a new document to the collection containing the details like location name, country, temperature, condition and user's telegram ID. Here the code source about the request which is sent to the weather API. Here that retrieves the data, location, country, temperature and condition. These four will be sent as a message to the telegram for the user queries, and these also stored in the at the same time these four will be stored in the database for the further history searches, and after storing successfully this will send the message like stored successfully. Let us check the output of this code. For that we have to compile it. Now let me check the weather condition of Mumbai. It will give us the condition, temperature, location, country, and a message like stored successfully. The meaning of that stored successfully is it has successfully stored in the Firebase database. So here is that information which is stored in the Firebase database. The condition, location, temperature, country along with the user ID is also stored in this document. And if we want to retrieve this information, just we have to say history command. It will gives the history of the all the information which have been searched in the Telegram chatbot. Here we have searched the information of Mumbai, next Vijayawada, Hyderabad, Tirunantapur, Goa, and New Delhi. All these information has retrieved from the Firebase database, and it will give the message of our search history. And here the message is only the location and the temperature. As per my code, I have only given the information that have to be retrieved only the location and temperature. So it giving the location and temperature of the particular location which I have given as a query, and it retrieves this location and temperature from the document of the locations. This script will effectively create a weather bot that can respond to the weather request and maintains a search history for each user using the Firebase Firestore as a database. This is the way to create the bot which allows to get the current weather of the location and also use it to retrieve the weather search history. Thank you.